My beloved child, Archangel Michael is speaking, and his voice thunders across eternity yet falls upon your heart like a gentle whisper. Listen to this, for it is not ordinary. It is not human. It is heaven declaring the end of the things that once chained you and the beginning of a life you never thought possible. Finally, the hour has come when sorrow will end. For too long you have carried invisible burdens, smiling before others yet weeping in the secret chambers of your soul. The nights were heavy, the mornings dry, and the days long. You thought no one noticed, no one cared, no one heard. But heaven was counting every tear. And tonight, Archangel Michael announces, the season of sorrow is closed. Heaven has signed your release. Joy will now overflow where tears once fell. Disease will end. The hidden battles within your body, the silent cries you carried while no one understood, the weight of weakness that tried to define your days, all of it is being removed. For the page of your destiny was never written with sickness. God never carved pain into your design. And now heaven declares, you will walk in strength. You will breathe in health. You will live in wholeness. Angels are being dispatched even now to restore every cell, every organ, every hidden place that cries out for healing. Debt will end. The chains of lack that suffocated your dreams, the constant weight of not enough, the sleepless nights wondering how to provide, how to survive, all of it is breaking. Archangel Michael lifts his sword and cuts through the cords of poverty that tried to bind your house. Heaven announces, your table will overflow. Your hands will prosper. Your barns will be filled. The curse of scarcity is broken. Worries will end. The restless thoughts that chased you like shadows in the night, the endless questions without answers, the fear of tomorrow, heaven silences them now. Archangel Michael whispers, peace is your inheritance. Rest is your portion. Hope is your crown. The voices of fear are silenced, and the song of faith begins. Finally, prosperity will begin. Not as the world defines it, shallow and fading, but as heaven ordains it, deep, lasting, overflowing. Money will rain down, not to enslave you, but to empower you. Resources will flow, not to corrupt you, but to bless you. Heaven declares, you will not borrow, you will lend. You will not beg, you will give. You will not lack, you will overflow. My beloved child, the rain is already forming. Clouds of blessing are gathering over your name, and soon they will burst. What you could not achieve by effort will arrive by grace. What you thought was delayed will suddenly appear. What seemed impossible will now stand at your door. Archangel Michael's words resound like thunder, listen closely. This is your turning point. Sorrow ends, disease ends, debt ends, worry ends. Prosperity begins. And the rain of abundance is falling upon you now. Heaven is not offering you a dream, it is declaring your reality. You are stepping into a chapter where tears will be testimonies, pain will be power, and lack will be legacy. You are crossing from endings into beginnings, from mourning into dancing, from scarcity into overflow. Finally, your story shifts. The pages turn. The heavens open. And your name is written not beside sorrow, not beside sickness, not beside lack, but beside blessing, healing, abundance, and joy. My beloved child, the voice of Archangel Michael does not fade, it grows louder, stronger, clearer, until it becomes the very rhythm of your heart. He says, listen again. For the words I speak are not temporary encouragements, they are eternal decrees. The moment you hear them with faith, the atmosphere around you will shift, and the rain of blessing will not delay. Finally, the mystery of prosperity is being revealed. It is not random. It is not luck. It is not chance. It is a covenant. Before you were born, God wrote beside your name, "This child will not live in chains of lack. This child will be a vessel of plenty." For too long, that line was hidden under shadows, buried under struggles, delayed by forces that feared your light. But tonight, the hidden words are spoken aloud, prosperity will begin. Money will rain down. Do you see it, my beloved child? The clouds of heaven are heavy with treasures assigned to you. They are not empty clouds, they are full, overflowing, waiting to burst. For your faith is the key, your belief is the lightning, and the moment you open your spirit, the rain falls. Sorrow has ended, and in its place joy flows like a river. Disease has ended, and in its place strength rises like the dawn. Debt has ended, and in its place abundance blossoms like a field of wheat. Worry has ended, and in its place peace settles like a crown. And now prosperity begins, not in whispers, but in showers, in rivers, in floods of blessing. Archangel Michael lifts his voice again, my child, your house will know overflow. Your table will never be empty again. Your hands will never be tied in lack again. For heaven's storehouses are opening, and wealth that was delayed is being delivered. Finally, the rain of money begins. It is not just paper or coins, it is favor, it is open doors, it is opportunities wrapped in light. It is unexpected calls, sudden breakthroughs, forgotten promises remembered, closed accounts reopened. It is business prospering, work multiplying, debts canceled, and treasures discovered. You won't believe how suddenly it will come. One moment you will feel as though nothing has changed, and the next, the windows of heaven will open. Just as rain does not ask permission before it falls, so prosperity will not knock timidly at your door. It will pour, it will rush, it will overflow until you say, surely, God has done this. My beloved child, the page of your life is turning, and this chapter is marked, the season of overflow. Angels are already moving, carrying resources with your name written on them. Some are bringing healing, some are bringing opportunities, some are bringing divine connections, some are bringing wealth. All of them are coming to your house. Finally, the decree is sealed. Sorrow is no longer your identity, disease is no longer your portion, debt is no longer your story, worry is no longer your atmosphere. Prosperity is your garment, abundance is your inheritance, wealth is your testimony. And Archangel Michael concludes, listen carefully, my child. This is not a dream, it is your reality. From this night onward, you will walk in prosperity, you will live in blessing, and the rain of heaven will follow you wherever you go. My beloved child, Archangel Michael is still speaking, and his words echo like waves across time. listen, for what begins with you will not end with you. This blessing is not momentary, it is generational. The rain of heaven will not fall once and vanish. It will continue, flowing through you into your family, into your children, into their children, until your lineage is marked as blessed forever. Finally, you understand why the battles were so fierce. The enemy was not fighting only you, he was fighting your bloodline. He saw what was written beside your name: this child will break the curse and birth a legacy of prosperity. For generations, sorrow may have lingered, disease may have repeated, debt may have chained families, worries may have echoed from parent to child, but tonight, heaven breaks the pattern. Archangel Michael lifts his sword and declares, the old cycle ends. A new chapter begins. Your children will not inherit your tears, they will inherit your triumphs. They will not repeat your pain, they will walk in your promises. They will not know the poverty you endured, they will rise in abundance you prayed for. For the rain that begins now will water their fields, will overflow their storehouses, will open their heavens. My beloved child, look deeper. The page of your destiny book is wide, and beneath your name are written the names of those who come after you. And beside their names, heaven has already written, covered, provided, blessed, healed, prosperous. What you fought for with tears, they will enjoy with laughter. What you built in struggle, they will expand in peace. What you sowed in sacrifice, they will harvest in abundance. Finally, Archangel Michael whispers, do you see? The rain does not end when it touches your head. It spreads, it soaks, it floods. Your family will live in overflow because you endured. Your children will rise in light because you believed. Your lineage will prosper because you were chosen. Sorrow will end not only in your life, but in the lives of those who carry your name. Disease will end not only in your body, but in the bodies of generations yet unborn. Debt will end not only in your house, but in the houses that spring from your seed. Worries will end not only in your nights, but in the nights of your descendants. Prosperity will begin not only for you, but for all who come after you. And the rain of money, of resources, of opportunities, it will not dry up. It will flow through generations, marking your family as a fountain of blessing. Nations will look and say, surely, this family is blessed by God. Surely, their name is written in light. Finally, heaven declares that your story is bigger than you. You are not just a survivor, you are a foundation. You are not just a receiver, you are a gate. You are the beginning of a legacy that cannot be erased, a river that cannot be stopped, a blessing that cannot be denied. Archangel Michael closes this chapter with thunder in his voice. Listen, my child. What begins with you will echo for generations. Sorrow ends. Disease ends. Debt ends. Worry ends. Prosperity begins. And money rains down not just for a moment, but forever, for all who carry your name. My beloved child, Archangel Michael's voice still resounds, listen carefully. The blessing that has begun in your life is not only for you, not only for your house, not only for your family. It is for the world that will encounter you. For when God pours prosperity, it is never meant to be contained, it is meant to flow like rivers that reach distant lands. Finally, you realize, your story is becoming a testimony that will lift countless lives. The sorrow that ended in you will become hope for others who are still weeping. The disease that ended in your body will become faith for others who are still suffering. The debt that was cancelled in your life will become inspiration for others who are still bound. The worries that left your nights will become light for those who walk in darkness. Prosperity is not selfish, it is contagious. Money raining down is not just wealth for survival, it is seed for transformation. And Archangel Michael whispers, you will be a distributor of blessing. Where there was lack, you will provide. Where there was despair, you will uplift. Where there was emptiness, you will overflow. Your prosperity will touch the world. My beloved child, the page of your destiny shows people you have not yet met, strangers, friends-to-be, nations unknown. Some are broken, some are hungry, some are praying in silence. They do not know it, but heaven is sending you into their story. The resources flowing into your life will flow through you into theirs. The rain falling on your house will soak their deserts. The blessing on your name will heal their pain. Finally, Archangel Michael declares, this is why God chose you. Not only to break sorrow, disease, debt, and worry for yourself, but to become a vessel that carries heaven's answer to many. You will be remembered not only for what you received, but for what you gave, for how you healed, for how you lifted others. The rain of money, of opportunity, of favor, will not stop at your threshold. It will cross borders. It will build schools, feed families, heal the broken, and carry the name of God to the forgotten. You thought prosperity was for comfort, but heaven reveals, prosperity is for purpose. Abundance is for assignment. Blessing is for building. My beloved, the page shows your impact like ripples on a great ocean. You give a seed, and it grows into a forest. You speak one word, and it becomes 1,000 echoes. You touch one life, and generations are changed. What God is doing in you is not ending with you, it is multiplying through you. Finally, Archangel Michael lifts his sword high and declares over you, this child is chosen to be a fountain, not a pond. This name will be known as a river of blessing, not a container of greed. Sorrow has ended. Disease has ended. Debt has ended. Worry has ended. Prosperity has begun. And now, the rain will fall through them until the world knows God's glory. Heaven's courts erupt in joy, for the story of your life is no longer just survival, it is global impact. And your testimony will be sung not only in your house, but in many houses, not only in your land, but in many lands. My beloved child, heaven is not silent. The words of Archangel Michael rise again like a mighty wave, listen carefully. What has begun in your life is not a passing season, not a fleeting dream, not a temporary relief. It is an eternal covenant. God Himself has signed it, and no power in heaven or earth can erase it. Finally, you see it clearly. The blessings are not scattered gifts, they are written agreements, sealed promises, unshakable decrees. The end of sorrow was not a moment, it is a lifetime. The healing from disease was not a single miracle, it is an inheritance. The breaking of debt was not an accident, it is a covenant of provision. The lifting of worries was not a whisper, it is an eternal covering of peace. And the reign of prosperity is not random, it is the seal of God's faithfulness upon your name. Archangel Michael holds before you a scroll shimmering with light. Upon it are written words too glorious for human ink. They read, "This child is mine. This family is mine. This destiny is mine. I swear by my name, they will never lack. They will never be forsaken. They will never walk in chains again. As long as the sun rises and the stars shine, my covenant of blessing with them will stand. My beloved child, heaven is showing you that prosperity is not just wealth in your hands, it is God's eternal bond with your life. Every coin that comes, every door that opens, every miracle that arrives is a reminder of this covenant. You do not chase blessing, blessing chases you because of this covenant. You do not beg for provision, provision finds you because of this covenant. You do not fear tomorrow, tomorrow bows to you because of this covenant. Finally, Archangel Michael declares with fire, this covenant cannot be broken by time, cannot be stolen by the enemy, cannot be cancelled by circumstance. It is written in heaven's book, sealed by God's promise, guarded by angelic armies. Your sorrow has ended, and it cannot return. Your sickness has been healed, and it cannot reign. Your debts have been broken, and they cannot bind again. Your worries have been silenced, and they cannot control. And your prosperity has begun, and it will not stop. It will flow today, tomorrow, forever, through you, through your children, through generations yet unborn. My beloved child, do you not see? You are walking in an eternal covenant, not just a blessing. The rain of money, of resources, of opportunity, is not seasonal like clouds that come and go. It is a fountain that flows forever because God Himself has commanded it. You will always have enough. You will always carry overflow. You will always rise above lack. Finally, heaven shouts in unison, and the angels echo, it is sealed. It is done. It is forever. And Archangel Michael lowers his sword in triumph, declaring over you, this covenant stands unshaken. Prosperity will not depart from you. Abundance will not fail you. Favor will not leave you. Money will rain down, not for a moment, but for a lifetime, for eternity. My beloved child, Archangel Michael's voice thunders one last time with a strength that shakes every shadow. Listen, for this is the final seal upon your destiny. What has been declared over you is no longer just a promise, it is now your testimony. And your testimony will echo across the earth and inspire countless souls. Finally, heaven reveals that your life itself will become a living prophecy. People will look at you and see proof that sorrow ends, that disease is defeated, that debt can be broken, that worries can be silenced, and that prosperity can truly rain down from heaven. They will not only hear your words, they will see your story. They will see the transformation, the glow upon your face, the peace in your steps, the abundance in your life, and they will say, surely, God has done this. Your testimony will not whisper, it will roar. Where once you cried silently in the night, now your life will shout joy in the daylight. Where once you counted debts in despair, now you will count blessings in wonder. Where once you carried sorrow in secret, now you will carry laughter openly. Your story will become a message written not with ink but with light. Archangel Michael whispers tenderly, my child, this covenant is not just for you, it is for all who hear you. As you rise, many will rise with you. As you prosper, many will find faith through you. As you testify, chains will break in others' lives. Finally, you realize, your miracle is not selfish, it is seed. Your blessing is not private, it is public. Your overflow is not silent, it is sound. Heaven did not choose you only to heal you, but to make you a beacon. Your healed body will inspire the sick. Your cancelled debts will inspire the broken. Your peace-filled nights will inspire the restless. Your rain of money will inspire those who thought they were forgotten. My beloved child, the final vision of your destiny page unfolds. It shows crowds gathered, faces shining, eyes lifted in hope. And in the center, your testimony burns like a flame. People reach toward it, and as they touch it, their own sorrow ends, their diseases flee, their debts break, their worries vanish, and their prosperity begins. For what God does in one life, He multiplies in many. Archangel Michael lifts his sword high in final victory. Listen, heaven rejoices over you. For the covenant is sealed, the reign has begun, and the testimony will never fade. From this moment forward, you are not just blessed, you are a blessing. Not just healed, but a healer. Not just prosperous, but a provider. Not just delivered, but a deliverer of hope. Finally, the hidden page of your life closes, but not in silence. It closes with thunder, with joy, with eternity's seal. The words remain forever: sorrow ended. Disease ended. Debt ended. Worry ended. Prosperity began. And the reign of money will follow this child forever. My beloved, this is your story, your covenant, your testimony. Live it. Shine it. Share it. For you are now the evidence that heaven speaks, that God provides, that Archangel Michael fights, and that destiny can never be erased. My beloved child, Archangel Michael bends closer and his voice carries a fresh anointing, a sound that penetrates the very core of your being. Listen again. For though the covenant has been sealed, heaven is not done with you. There is more to reveal, more to unfold, more to pour out. Finally, the hidden truth of this covenant begins to shine in your spirit. It is not only about what you receive, but about what you now carry. For heaven has not just ended your sorrow, healed your disease, broken your debts, and silenced your worries. Heaven has transformed you into a vessel of miracles. Your very prayers now carry weight. Your very words now carry light. Your very steps now carry authority.